What about my amazing joke that I just did?
We are recording.
Right. So, last week you all faced within a dungeon,
all we heard was last week you all faced.
or last time we.
That's it.
Oh God. Well, last time we played, you all faced a withered angel with weak powers. Lost in his rage. And now I bring you back to that moment. So suddenly, everything feels a little off and wrong. Silence. You look around you, and the robotic man in front of you, he isn't moving. He is frozen. You notice that Beltram is pissed the fuck off, walking over to the robotic guy, who has a very casual stance. The robotic guy looks like he's just, his arms are out in the air, kind of like greeting you. You'd imagine he'd have a shit-faced grin if you could see his smile. And Beltram, frozen, enraged, and he's about to smash this guy over the head with a stick or some sort of spell, you can't tell. But Beltram's eyes are gray.
Silas puts his hand on his big meaty paw on robotic guy's chest and pushes him over. Just to see what happens.
When you try to push him over, your hand starts to slide in him as if he was a slime. You feel, as you enter, you feel as if you're touching his soul, and you sense nothing but madness from within him. You hear screaming. You can feel it coming from him.
That tickles a little. This one tickles a little.
The dwarf. You see the dwarf with tears swelling in his eyes, but his eyes, like the others, are aimless. You notice that the dog isn't moving, and everyone else isn't moving. Though Lazarus, Lexington Asheville, and Lazarus, you both still are moving. You notice this as well.
Wait, I'm still moving?
All of you, yeah, you can still move, but everyone else, somehow frozen in a way.
You pretty boy. He points at Lexington. What the hell, goddamn world did I jump into this time?
Good question. Very good question. And while I may be more inclined to answer you, I'm more wondering of the specifics of why everything has stopped moving. I know patterns tend to break time to time, but I'm pretty sure it's more emotional and less static.
You mean that doesn't happen here often?
No. I think you broke an angel, and then this happened, but I'm not quite sure.
Silence walks up to the nearest person that's not moving. Which one is it?
The dwarf. The dwarf or Beltram.
He pushes the dwarf over. Tips him over.
You put your hand goes inside of him instead. You feel misery and pain and a lifetime of war.
I think that maybe
drowned out.
Maybe they're
alcohol.
Not the ones that have something wrong with them. I think it's us. Because I just touched these two fellas, and my hand went inside of both of them, and I was able to touch their emotions. They were both pretty gross too. He wipes his palm on Lexington's shirt.
You don't get that off on me. I don't know where that has been.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you wore all these little handkerchiefs on you just for this, right? He's still wiping his hands on Lexington's like cape.
Those are not handkerchiefs. These are formal garments.
All right, Dandy. I don't think you should be wearing formal garments down here in a dungeon of all places.
Everybody roll an intelligence check.
Silence too. He's busy arguing.
Oh yeah, this is more like to see if you're able to perceive something.
Wouldn't that be a personality check for someone like Silence?
Sure.
He's not really a deep thinker. He just has instincts, though.
Feel that personality is the one that.
Oh, I just remember his intelligence is higher than his personality. I'll roll intelligence.
All right. And Jonathan and Trey, Lexington and Lazarus. All right. Lazarus, you're too focused on the argument to notice anything. And at last it's you, Lexington. Lexington, you're too focused on the massive lizard to notice anything. Silence. The star of the show. Currently, you hear some sort of chime. It's very, very faint, like the ringing, like a constant ringing of a chime. It seems to be all around you.
I think you guys got fairies here. Fairies like to do these chimes. Do the rest of you hear them chimes?
I don't believe I have seen anyone in this particular group of chimes. And what makes you think they're fairies?
Fairies like chimes. They like little cute things. Little chimes and cute little noises. They love them.
Lexington starts to grab a hold of his accent, do we need to be worried in any case?
Dressed like that, maybe you do. Fairies like people dressed like that. He winks at you.
Alrighty then.
You're in the entrance.
He starts looking for the source of the chimes. Oh.
You see
I'm definitely
the
still
source of the chimes is at the entrance, and you see some through the door, through a massive dark void, no longer the hallway that it once was, and you see this figure. It's instead of it's not a dark void. It's actually some sort of dusty abyss. It's like a never-ending desert outside. And you see through the desert flying towards you. And he eventually lands.
You there. Dressed in all black in the desert is a surefire way to get heat stroke. I don't know what the hell you're doing out there dressed like that. Pretty much what he says. Jonathan, I think you need to be the representative here. Silence is not a talker. He starts fighting. You're gonna have to ask your RP, but nephew.
Right.
Hey, look.
The man stands silent. His hood is a piercing dark that you cannot see through.
Oh, not one of your friends, Lexington?
This is a different place. It's
I
not
don't know
quite
him.
the
Do you know him?
No. But he's dressed inadequately for deserts. That much I can tell you. Why don't you
believe you're going to be speaking in riddles.
Why don't you make friends? And I shove Lexington forward.
Oh, boy.
Lexington, you are shoved into a desert. Everything behind you disappears, even silence and the room.
Can we see him?
You are in front of him. And now that you are in front of him, he is huge. He no longer looks... He looks maybe 10 foot tall now.
Silence turns around and starts sifting through the rubble for coins and shit.
It is a pleasure to meet. You've seen me
The
once
pleasure is
before.
all mine, but I have the disadvantage of not knowing who you are.
Meanwhile, Silence is in the room sifting around for coins and shit.
You find nothing else aside from the golden armor that you obtained last game from the dead angels. The rest of the room is very empty. Oh, you also notice that the hood that Beltram had, this guy is holding it. He fucking stole it from Beltram.
He gives that guy a thumbs up.
That's if you even knew about the hood.
He gives that guy a thumbs up, and Riggs is a smug bastard. He deserves to be robbed sometime. And he goes back to searching through the room. He will not be joining Lexington outside,
luck.
Or he's going to wait to see what happens out there.
Silence, roll luck.
Woohoo! A luck roll! A luck roll! That's so rare.
So just roll for luck, Silence, and see if you're able to... The situation.
People forget that the thing is luck rolls. 13.
You find under the rubble artifact that might have been in another room above you. If you climb through the rubble upwards, you might find a new room. Open cavern above you.
He looks over to the thief. You look like a light, springy fella. Why don't you go up there and see? There might be some treasure or something there. Just go quietly. I'll watch your back. I'm kind of heavy. I don't really stealth much.
All right.
He follows him, but he's trying to trace. He's trying to trace his steps so he doesn't. So you know how that works, right?
Before I do that,
yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to pickpocket Beltram or the dwarf?
You are able to pickpocket.
I thought they were. I was going to do that.
I want to
told
pickpocket.
me. I was totally going to rob one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll rob Beltram.
Can I roll to see if I see him?
I mean, do I even need my skills for this? Because it's not like he can. It's not like he could even catch me.
Nope. Just go ahead and roll.
Do I see him do it?
D20.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, roll a D20 plus whatever modifiers you may have. All right, so you go in to grab him, grab his, you can see a coin purse. You go in to grab the coin purse. Your hand phases into him, his emotions and his memories. You feel a great flame. And you could see like he has an obsessive passion towards some sort of princess. And he's too nice. And probably should be more of an asshole. So, unfortunately, you phase into him like everyone else who's frozen.
I don't think robbing any of these guys, but it is going to work. We're going to have to somehow fix him.
Well, I guess I'll go up to this other room then.
Okay, so we're doing that stealth thing that you follow the guy type. You know how that works, right? So I'm following him right behind him. Following his footsteps. So I basically am part of his stealth.
Yep. So,
he rolls.
Trey, You do a roll. Yeah, Trey, you do a roll, and everyone behind you, so long as you allow them to follow you, everyone else has the same stealth. So if you succeed, no one will get caught.
So I roll for sneak.
So gigantic 7 foot tall lizard man.
I'm trying to remember where all this is at. There it is.
That's good enough. You guys enter the new room, and it's very, very dark. There's nothing lighting it up, and you see effectively nothing without a torch.
Hold on, I may have some kind of night vision. Hold on a second. Nope, no, I don't.
You're a lizardman, so you can see.
All right, so what do I see?
You're a lizardman. Lizardmen can see in the dark.
So what do I see?
When you climb effectively 2 stories upwards, so you climb upwards into the mountain. You see a very old hallway, and you see this. The rest of the chamber itself. It seems this was the end of one hallway, holding some sort of artifact, and there's a doorway leading to the other hallway.
Up ahead, there seems to be a hallway and a door leading to another hallway. Why don't I go first? So he moves around him. He's not sneaking anymore, just walking normal. Walks up to the door. He isn't, I mean, he's trying his best to be stealthy, but he's not really good, stealthy enough to roll a stealth check. He's just walking. He's not making a lot of noise when he walks.
Alright.
So he reaches out. Is there a door there? It's a doorway.
So you open the door?
Not yet. He reaches out to touch the door first. What does it mean?
Yeah, it's a large stone door.
But if you keep walking a few more steps,
pure stone.
There's a stone door here, right in front of me. I'm gonna get out of the way. Why don't you check the thing for traps?
So as you go ahead, roll for traps. But as that's happening, we go back to Lexington. Lexington, you're in a,
We have completely abandoned you.
You have done
the giant
very
monster.
What do you say, Tyler?
I'll get back to you.
Right.
So I'll get back to you, Lazarus, in a second. So and as for you, Lexington, the massive 10-foot man looks at you, and he closes in on you, and he's you start to recognize him a little more once he gets closer. You can see the faint glow in his eyes when he gets closer. You have done well up until this point, but now you made a mistake. You have lost my valuable test subject. You will find her. You will save her. Do you understand? Lexington. Ash fell.
To a degree. I understand the situation.
Good. That thing is more valuable than you can comprehend. You see 2 beings rise from the dust. You will save her. A creature, a being is trying to sway her from her true purpose, from her true light. You will find this angel, this creature. You will cut its wings, and you will save the girl. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal. Very clear as crystal.
I'm not sure if you know much about the elves in this world, but there was once a band of elves that stepped into the void, this beautiful landscape you see before you. Their race found that their immortality came with a price. They could never truly die. Though, if you notice, they don't quite smell like they rot, do they? They don't have a scent at all. Dogs can't even detect them. These two, they will follow you, and they will make sure you do as I say. You will never see them. They have lived thousands of years longer than you can ever imagine. They've seen many things. Call for them if you need them. I can't have you dying in a pathetic way before you save her. Understood.
As I said
you fail,
before, very crystal clear.
And should you decide to give up your life, they will bring you back. Just not in the way you would like.
That will also be duly noted.
You don't want to lose that life, Lexington. You'll find that losing the ability to breathe is more uncomfortable than losing your freedom. We will meet again, Lexington. And just like that, you...
Bro, you're breaking up, Ty.
But you have a
You're breaking up, Tyler.
distinctive feeling close to you.
What was it that you said,
And
Tyler?
just like that, you are outside of the hallway. And you are out of the desert. You have a distinctive feeling that there are two beings very close to you.
Well, shit. Lexington turns around and takes a look at like the whole situation there. Are they still frozen?
And then they are still frozen. And we'll get back to you. Now we go back to this. We'll get back to you in a second. Back to this door. The door, you slightly open the door and you can hear clicks. The door is rigged. You don't know what trap it is, but you know if the door opens, something may spring out. It is rigged. You can attempt to disable the trap. So what do you do?
Disable it.
God damn! All right. So you slightly open the door and you get a tiny piece of metal out of your kit. You shove this tiny piece of metal inside the gears within the door frame. Then you open the door. 3 spears lunge at you, but they all stop halfway.
Well, look
The
at
machine
you.
is jammed and has no effect.
Well, look at you. You're a regular old little thief. Gotcha.
You find another room, and it is littered with treasures, all littered about. as if someone had been gathering them and dropping them here.
Silence inspects the treasures. Is this real gold? What am I looking at?
You're looking at gold. You're looking at chalices. It looks like a thief had robbed a town and then dropped everything here. Upon further inspection of the road, you can see that there's a smelter.
I didn't understand what you said, Tyler.
Upon further inspection, you discover that there's a smelter. It looks like these are valuables that have been robbed. And it looks like they were melted down into pure gold bars.
That's a lot of gold. I don't think we can carry
The place
gold.
doesn't look...
The place doesn't look...
There is one more doorway used. There's one more.
So you're breaking up real bad. I only hear one door.
The place... Well, that sucks. So the place does not look like it has been used in years. Was that can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's dusty.
Yeah.
No one's been in here for a while.
Yep.
I think we get the
And
mother load.
this door right here looks kind of creaked open.
What's your name, buddy?
I want to search the room for a trap first.
The room just looks like a messy.
Well, while he's doing that, Silence is grabbing
It doesn't
as many
also-
gold bars as he can carry.
All right.
And shoving them
So
into bags.
there's also another thing you noticed. The architecture of the place is not like the rest of this place. This area looks like it's haphazardly made. It looks like maybe a dwarf made this place, but very fast. And over on this corner, there's another door, but it looks like it's slightly open.
All right. Silence walks over. He stands over here and peeks around the door.
I'm going to grab as
through the
much
door,
gold as I
you
can
see-
while he's doing that.
All right.
Oh, how many gold bars did I grab before?
Through the door, you see. You grab a dragonborn. I'd say 10 without weighing yourself down.
Okay, 10 gold bars. How much are the gold
100
bars?
each. 100 each. 10.
All right. So he looks outside. What does he see outside?
You see a cave-in with a dwarven-like corpse underneath the rubble.
He walks over to the cave-in and pokes the dwarf corpse, see if it's still warm.
It's a skeleton.
So, well, I think this is the guy who may have built that room. This was probably his treasure. He may have died right here, digging. I don't see that much here. I don't know what you may see, buddy. And what's your name, pal?
Lazarus.
Oh, Lazarus. My name's Silence. Pleased to meet you. And he gives him a bow. When he bows, like 3 of the gold bars come out of his back. He catches them up real quickly, puts them back in.
Wait, how much could I carry?
You can carry 500 worth. So that's 5 bars. There's overall 2,000 golds worth of items within the room that you cannot take with you without coming back.
Maybe we can go back and get some of those. Some of them people are probably out of their trance now. We can have them come over here and take some of this money. I think we're rich.
What was in this red square here?
Smelter. To melt down the golden items.
Silence has lost interest in his room. He's gonna go. He starts making his way back down
I
the
guess
hallway.
we have no choice but to go back then.
Back down the hallway to find Lexington. Hey, Lexington, buddy. Do we see him?
You do.
Hey, Lexington, buddy. We found some
But
money.
Silence, for a brief moment, you see two, like it's as if out of a dream, you see two of these skeletons standing right behind him. For but a brief moment, you see them just standing there. Before you blink again, they're gone.
Lexington, I think you got new friends. You may want to come close. Why don't you come over here? Come closer to me, buddy.
So?
Do they follow him? I mean, do they reappear and follow him?
You don't see them, but on the 5th, when you blink for the 5th time, you see them again. They are behind them. They're like a. You see them. It's kind of like focusing in the. It's like focusing through fog to see both of them.
Lexington, why don't you come over here? I think I see something behind in your back. Why don't you come over here? I need to inspect you. Come right here, buddy. Actually,
that is a strange.
Let's go over here. Come here. Come right here. I want you to stand right here. I want to see something. Come over here. Okay, as he does that, Silence pulls out his axe and swings, doing a mighty deed directly behind him, basically trying to get the one that's over here. He's not aiming at Trey. One that's over here. Trying to see if he can hit invisible.
All right.
Okay. Do I roll my deed? Tyler?
Roll your deed. Go ahead. And for you, Trey, and Lex, it looks like he's swinging nothing.
I rolled a 4 on my deed. My mighty deed. I'm going to roll the hit now, which is my battle axe.
All right.
So 1d10. Hold on a second. Get all my bonuses. 3 from strength. The battle axe is a +2, so it's a +5. +4 is a +9.
$28?
Yep.
All right. So in the
that's a crit.
Very slight blur.
I believe that's a crit. That is a crit.
That is a.
Yeah, that is a crit.
All
right. Crit table time.
Silence's crit table is crit table 5, and he rolls a 1d24.
Go ahead, roll.
Oh wait, and my luck. He has a +1 luck, so it's 11.
11. So, because I suppose you have some sort of rage towards elves, you see red You see pure red. And you swing with... You're overcome by battle rage, so you swing with an additional 1d12. Go ahead, roll for damage.
So an additional 1d12 to my usual damage. Okay. So my usual damage is
Yep.
1d10 plus 2 from the weapon, plus 3 from his strength, plus 4 from the... So it's 1d10 plus 9, plus 1d12. So here's the first bit. 14 plus 12. So 1d12. Hold on. Plus 4. So it's 18. Did I hit him? I hit something, right?
So at this blur,
I gotcha. You remind me of some asshole I used to know. Would love to do that sneaking shit.
you're aware of that you're there. So as you swing, in a blur, this beam brings up, it's just enough to catch your axe. And your axe slams into his blade, shaking his whole entire body. You can see you can hear the rustling in his armor as he becomes less of a vision and more clear to see.
Why don't you
Your
show
axe
yourself?
grinds and slides right over his blade.
Why don't you show yourself and tell us why you're
And
following Lexington, and I won't kill you?
Is Lazarus and Lexington able to see them?
You heard us.
You hear and see light from the crackling of the blades. And you hear the rustling of armor from the hit Silence made. The elves they move closer to Silence without showing hostile intent. You can see them clearly now, but for the rest of you, it looks like Silence is looking at air. Looking at you. Actually, the two of you can see like a faint mist now. You can faintly hear the rustling of armor.
Silence turns to both of them. Surrounding me is not a very good idea, boys. Explain yourselves, and I won't kill you.
A worthy foe. Many moons has it been since we've met one. A blade to touch even the Fae. What is your name?
They call me Silence. I don't really know my original name.
Silence. A fitting name. We watch over this one, for a deal has been struck. Not one willingly. We protect an asset. He is to save the girl, and we are to make sure he does. To make sure he doesn't betray. Is this a problem?
Hell, why didn't
Great
you just...
Silence.
Hell, why didn't you just say so? You didn't have to sneak. You could have just told me. He puts the axe away. Can you guys carry gold for us?
One, we touch the physical realm only for but a few moments. We can only fight, not carry.
Question for you. Does Lexington see this conversation? Or hear any of it?
Lexington hears an ancient language that he doesn't quite understand. And Silence, you don't know it yourself, but you're not speaking the common tongue. You're speaking a different language. As if it...
Oh shit, I'm speaking Chinese.
It flows out of you as if it was natural.
I didn't know I could speak Chinese. This is awesome.
Oh,
I'm learning all sorts of...
You guys hear whispers from the void.
Lexington, you got new friends. Maybe you can get them to help us carry some shit from in there. But there's some gold over there. Over here, in that room. I'm pretty sure you're going to want it. Buy yourself some nice, pretty clothes with it.
Alright.
Silence.
Yeah.
You should know. You are in a dream. This place, this is the void. You are not in this room. The second you step out, you'll understand.
Are you telling me the gold that's in my
You do
pocket
not
will
have-
disappear when we get out?
Yes,
God damn it.
you must find a way to leave the void. Our master has left all of you here. Time is distorted in the void. Everything is different here.
Fine. Lexington, Lazarus, you guys were here before me. We ain't in the room we were just at fighting that angel. We are in a dream. These guys right here, they're the ones still awake, I think. We need to figure out a way to get out of this dream, and we're not going to be able to keep this goddamn gold. He takes it out and throws it at Beltram. One of the bars, right at his head.
The bar, hilariously, the bar actually enters him and stays in there.
You're gonna punish John for missing, aren't you? So, hey, wait a second. Is it just hovering there? Did you see that, Lexington? He grabs another
No,
bar, throws another one at him.
it absorbed into his body.
He throws
It
another one. He
absorbed
takes
his-
all 10 of them out, one by one, throws them into Beltram.
So I
Every
guess
single
he has
one of
a
them
heart of
enters
gold
his
now.
body.
Trey said something.
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I was just moving.
Okay.
So
So,
now I guess he has
like
a
for a
heart
brief
of gold.
So
Go on, Ty.
So for a brief moment, Lexington, you see one of the elves, and they look at you. Your friend is learning. He can affect the minds of people within the void. He has just twisted that man's whole entire soul,
Hold on.
throwing gold at him.
Mimi's doing her customary interruption.
Sorry about that. Continue.
Say it again, Ty.
Tyler?
That he can twist the minds of those within the void.
Oh, wait a second. I think I see Beltram start.
Silence. You have done something to him that cannot be changed.
Really?
I think, seeing as the person you are, you will find it amusing.
I kind of like you guys. What's your name,
It
buddy?
is always amusing when one... Our names... Our names are lost to the void.
Oh, boy.
We have lived far too long to remember them.
All right, Heckle and Jekyll. So we can't keep the gold bars, right? So maybe Beltram will bring them back with us. So what we need to do now is figure a way out of here. He starts looking around the room, seeing if he can find something different, something weird. That he's using his intuition and his personality to try and figure out if there's anything in this room that looks different than it did before they went into the void.
All right? Roll intelligence. And as you roll intelligence, this one up here speaks. You don't quite understand what you've done to him. You have touched his soul and melded it with gold.
He'll be all right. Don't worry about it. So he keeps searching the room. I rolled an 18. He's not very concerned about what just happened.
You notice that this. You've noticed that this dwarf's beard is red instead of white, and you notice that his armor is red instead of white.
Tyler, John's here.
And you notice his cape is white. I notice, and I notice his cape is from. You hear me?
You were telling us about this guy's cape.
Barely.
You broke up.
His cape is white. His beard is red. His armor is now red instead of white.
Red, white, and red. I thought we were in America for a second.
Beltram's eyes. You notice Beltram's eyes are now glowing gold.
You can thank me later for
And
that,
you see
Beltram.
his face is twisted into some sort of smile.
Does he have gold
You see
teeth
Beltram
now?
start to move a little. Beltram,
Starts to what?
you start to feel life. Beltram, you feel like you've been lost in some sort of dark void.
Hey, Beltram.
Mind.
Lexington here threw a
Eventually-
lot of gold at your body. I don't know what happened to you.
That wasn't me, and it was technically 10 gold bars.
So you should be rich now, buddy.
So,
And you should check your indigestion.
so
Why do I got a bad feeling about this?
you come out of this coma.
I have
And
no
you
idea what
feel
happened,
this new Beltram, you feel something you haven't felt before, a feeling that's foreign to you. You feel avarice. You feel an intense desire to obtain gold. Roll personality to resist the desire.
What did you do, Lexington? What did you do to our friendly neighborhood Riggs?
Riggs. Who's Riggs?
I mean Beltram.
But that doesn't explain who a Riggs is.
The same guy.
You go over and you attempt to grab his. You attempt to grab you try to grab his gun and try to rob him, but you're able to hold back this insane desire to steal and rob.
Beltram,
His eyes no longer glow golden for the moment.
Beltram, I advise you not to try to touch anybody because it's just going to give you feels. Okay, you're just going to feel a lot of feels. That's all you're going to get. But you're welcome because I turned you golden.
In other words, he has tried that already.
I have no clue.
We're stuck in some void thing, thanks to Lexington here, and then he's being followed around by two elf buddies, and they're constantly surrounding him, but he can't see them. Only I can see them. Can Felnock see them? I mean Beltram.
Beltram, you cannot actually. No, you can see them. It's just they're a very intense blur, and it's hard to make them out. But you can see, like you can faintly make out that they are elves.
So yeah, Lexington made friends with a guy who
great.
wears black clothing in deserts, and we found some gold and threw it at you, and then throwing it at you made the world bring you back to life. And I think we're in the void. That's what's going on. That's all you missed. Don't worry about it. I go back to searching the room.
Okay, who exactly threw the gold at me?
Lexington. I go back to searching the room. Lexington did it.
Right.
I'm
As you
searching
search the room, you
I turn my back to Beltram and search the room.
I'm gonna.
Hello?
What do you do in particular? What do you Do you touch the walls? Do you grab the rocks? Where do you go to
He's
search?
not bending over anything. He's using
Any
his
particular
axe.
area?
He's using his axe to sift through these rocks. Basically, little by little. He's not really trying too hard either. He's taking his real time.
The rocks, you find nothing through the rocks.
All right. He stays there anyway. He keeps sifting through the rocks, even though he's trying to let these assholes do something for a change.
All right. So what do these assholes do?
Beltram, do you have a spell for this sort of situation?
You're muted, John.
I know, I'm checking.
By the way, Lexington, there's a lot of gold in the next room.
No.
If.
This
Nope.
By the way,
Not a
dream-
single spell.
there's a lot of gold in this room over here.
You see the elf. He approaches you, Silence, and you see him. He's still mostly fog.
Silence does like
This-
he starts when the elf gets close to him. He's like, "Ugh! You gotta stop sneaking up on me, man."
There is no other way I can approach.
Hey,
I am of the void.
just say my name when you're like 10 feet away. You don't need to be behind me.
This dream is collapsing. Soon you will be in the void. Deserts will await you.
God damn it. Unfortunately, I'm with two brain dead suckers who can't figure anything out without me. So he starts inspecting other portions of the room. He goes over here, he checks this thing out, this red thing out.
The red thing?
Yeah. Tyler?
Tyler?
That the artifact
Tyler,
is at. Hello?
we haven't heard a word you said, man.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
Now we can hear you.
You see that right there's a bracelet.
At the red mark?
The bracelet that Jane used. At the red mark, you see the artifact, the bracelet that Jane used, and it's still there for some reason.
Silence picks it up and sticks it in his pocket, and then keeps searching the room for other things.
All right.
He has no idea who Jade is, man. So he goes over here to this one.
Yep.
What do you do?
He goes over to the other one.
All right, you see over there is a hood. You see that it's the same hood that the other guy stole from Beltram.
He takes the hood and sticks it in his pocket too. Well, I ain't find anything. There's nothing here. Where's no way out of here. Wizard, what are we doing?
Beltram, do you have a spell that can get us out of here? Yes or no?
Then I sneak over to Trey.
Hold on.
I sneak over
He
to
already
Trey.
told you, doesn't
What?
Go ahead, Uncle.
Okay, I can hear him now.
Okay. All right, I sneak over to Trey and I whisper to him, "Hey, how much you think we can get for these two things?" And I show him the bracelet and the hood, quietly.
I mean, are we even going to be able to take these out?
They're
in the
both
void, right?
Do they look familiar to you? Maybe they're not from here. We could probably sell them.
Trey.
Well, I
You can
don't
tell that
recognize
those are
the hood, but the bracelet.
The hood
We
was
did
from
come here for that.
the hood was the one that Beltram achieved. That Beltram got. The bracelet was the one that Jane put on before she was taken away.
You tell me that.
Try
Rick?
putting on the bracelet. See what happens.
All right. The bracelet. All right. So does that bracelet fit on Silence's meaty paws? Tyler?
You see, as
He didn't put it
you see,
on.
that the
He's just checking to
bracelet
see if
is actually very big.
Okay.
It would fit. Also, for everyone in the room, you see that the people that are frozen, they are starting to dim out and turn darker. And you see that the area, the walls around you are turning a little darker.
Okay. He walks up to Lexington. Lexington, look at this. There's a bracelet. He puts it on him.
Wait,
Lexington disappears.
Oh shit.
Well, then, now we know something. He puts the hood on.
The bracelet falls on the floor.
Oh. Silence puts the hood on.
So, Lexington, Silence, after you get the hood on, you disappear.
Bye,
And
suckers.
the hood falls and the bracelet falls.
Goodbye, suckers.
I'm gonna go pick up the bracelet.
The area is turning darker. You guys have one round to grab the shit and put it on.
All right. I'm gonna grab the bracelet, grab the hood, and toss the hood to Beltram.
All right. So as you grab the hood, the floor gives in under you two, and you start to fall down. Both of you are falling through the void.
Oh shit.
Make a dex. Both items are floating in the air. You need to grab both items by making a dex roll before you find whatever is at the bottom of this void. Both of you. Roll for dex.
Nice.
Holy fucking shit.
Fucking Beltram.
Holy shit.
Turned into a rogue at the last second.
Okay, so Beltram, you see Beltram's eyes turn pure golden. And you can sense that there's a voracious and intense avarice coming from him. This greed. He goes over to you, Lazarus, and he snatches that fucking bracelet and he puts it on, like in a moment. And you see like a twisted, disgusting smile I've never seen on his face. Also, Beltram, you hardly remember doing that. You disappear. Lazarus, you take that much damage. You take 1 damage. Start to feel your pieces of your body, and you can see like down, like you feel like there's something further down in this darkness. You have another turn to attempt to grab the hood. Or it's a hard roll. The hood is closer to you. Well, actually, no, the hood is gone. So it'd be the bracelet.
God damn it.
You attempt to grab the bracelet and you fall deeper in the void.
You may want to burn some luck, man.
You feel more of your armor being ripped off. And you see like pieces of your armor being ripped off as you fall deeper and deeper down. You can sense the hunger becoming grander.
You'll regenerate.
You have another roll.
Burn it.
Yep, you can regenerate luck. I believe as a rogue, if you're a certain level, you can roll like 1d4 or 1d3 every time you burn 1 piece of luck. What level are you, Trey? I believe it's 2, right?
Yeah, 2.
You roll 1. If you burn luck, you get a 1d4 per luck you burn. So if you burn 3 luck, 3d4. So, are you going to burn anything for this roll?
I'll burn 1
or 2, right?
All right, that's +3 for this next roll. This is a Dex roll. I'm fairly certain you have Dex modifiers, Trey.
For each luck he burns, it's a D4. You roll.
Yeah, you get a +2 for your Dex. I just checked your core stats. You have a +2 for your Dex. So this is going to be a +5 overall.
Where did you see that? Because I looked and I didn't see that anywhere.
Core stats, go to strength, and then go to agility, and then look to the right. I'm sorry, I keep saying Dex, but agility and Dex are like the same thing. So
Agility.
Yep. So you got a +2.
Okay, agility.
So it's going to be a plus. It's a D20 +5. You barely grab that bracelet, and you feel the hunger. No longer, you feel this hunger barely escape you before it rips any more of your armor. All of you arrive back at this spot again. Let's see. Move this a wee bit so I get these guys. You see that some of the people have moved. Let me get you boys in here. Let's see, who am I missing? I think I'm missing Lazarus. No, I got Lazarus, Lexington. I'm missing Beltram.
Beltram, I think.
Wizzy. There you go, Wizard. And you see over in the corner Dreadnoks sitting on the rubble. Move this over here, actually. Yeah, move it over here. You see the dwarf sitting in the corner. He looks very depressed. Like he looks horrified. Like his hands are in his hand, and his head is in his hand. As for Sovereign, he is searching the rubble to see if he can find anyone.
Do they notice us that we returned?
Go ahead.
Well, I do believe
No.
that was
actually, one of them has.
Circumstances.
I'll have to say whatever you said.
Well. Jonathan, repeat yourself.
Wait, what?
Jonathan, repeat yourself.
Oh. Well, I believe that was an odd set of circumstances. One that I dare not repeat.
What just
Silence.
happened?
You notice that in your hand, a ring. This ring looks like it has some sort of swirling whirlpool within it. You have a feeling if you put this ring on, you'll go to the void.
Who has that ring?
Silence.
Silence.
I think I'll show it to Beltram. Yo, Riggs, come over here. Let me show you something. This is a magic ring I got here.
My name's not Riggs, you giant iguana.
Well, whatever you say, man. Look at this ring here. Let me know if this is safe. I drop it into Riggs' hand. Beltram's hand.
He's still calling me Riggs.
I guess Beltram's still in the void. I don't see him speaking.
Okay, let's give it a
Yeah,
shot.
he's speaking.
You guys see him?
Yeah, we see him and he's speaking.
Oh shit, dude. He phased out for me right when he started speaking. Wow.
Felipe can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Same for me. We can't see her.
Oh, great.
Could you get him to reconnect, please?
We'll reconnect, John.
Well, that sucked.
I don't want to risk a reconnect.
Do you
John.
see him now?
Hey. So obviously I have no clue what this is.
Yeah, you lost a spell for the day.
What?
You failed, bro.
How the hell did I lose a spell? I thought this was an identify check.
For the day. That's what happens. Isn't that what happens whenever you fail with any spell?
Yes.
Lost
spell?
failure. Yes.
I thought it was an intel
I
check.
thought you were using a spell. I thought you were rolling for a spell.
For that.
Then you were just trying to figure it out with your own fucking brain.
Dude,
That's
this
Is
is
that what you're actually trying?
John. This isn't 5th edition, man. Can't figure out what they do without studying them. It doesn't happen in 2 seconds here. You gotta cast a spell, or you gotta I spend
right, well,
3 nights looking at it,
Well, John,
then you roll something. In 5th edition, you're like, I'm magic, I can do anything. No, this isn't 5th edition.
so
Just
John, from your deep examination,
Huh?
John, from your intense examination, you're able to decipher that there's a whirlpool within the ring. It's constantly spinning, and you think that if you put the ring on, you'll go to Sun and Fun. There you go, John.
he gives the ring back. He's like, I have no clue.
Actually, John, roll to resist avarice. His eyes glow golden.
What's happening to you, Riggs? You're getting very, very greedy. You look like you want to take every single thing that's gold. What could have happened that made you this way?
He almost keeps the ring. You see like a twisted side that are golden, and then the golden eyes flicker in and out before they return to its original color. And he gives you the ring hastily.
I hand it back immediately. I'm like, Savron, need your help over here.
Silence looks at the ring. He's like, all right, I'll just keep it. He drops it in one of his packs. Closes it.
Well, now, where have you folks been? Man,
He ignores
we
him and
thought
walks over to
you
Savron.
died.
Riggs, have you always been without a hand?
No, that lunatic shot it off with his magical stick.
And you're perfectly fine. You're not bleeding to death. Are you okay? Are you alright?
I'm still
You
alive
want me
for
to put on
now.
a tourniquet or something? Something to staunch.
You notice
He
that
goes,
he is
well,
actually...
an axe to the head would be nice, considering I think I'm about to turn. So he looks at Savron. He's like, I need you to, so let's do it.
Saffron, he looks at you blankly. You want to die. Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm turning.
He goes over to you. He opens his eyes with his gauntlets, which, by the way, it fucking hurts because they're gauntlets. And he examines your face, and he's like, you seem more human than usual. I'd say you're doing the reverse of turning.
Someone poured gold bars into his soul.
I wonder who did that. Lexington.
Oh, great.
I think you'll only discover if you watch this on YouTube later. And he starts sifting through the room for loot again.
So,
you're looking for valuables, are you?
Effects of gold bars being poured into someone's soul.
Wait a second, Lazarus. Maybe the gold bars are here also in real life. Let's go. And he goes over to the hallway. Is it still here?
Is it?
It's climbed 2 stories through the rubble to get up to this point.
You're breaking
This isn't just a representation. So you climb up through the rubble.
Okay. And is it the
So you
same?
climb up 2 stories to make it up to this room, and the room, yes. Everything looks the same, and the trap looks like it's still active.
All right, buddy. I'm right behind you. Lexington, get over here. We got some money coming our way.
No, Sarah. So does that affect the soul in any way?
The gold bars you threw into his soul?
I was the one that threw it in there.
You went...
He sticks his head back in. Yes, you were. Stop lying.
It was that one.
Bear in mind, this is like a few stories up, so you hear it coming from down here. Like, you hear him screaming down.
Stop lying, Lexington.
Like, they're up a massive hole.
He rolled a 9. He rolled a 20.
That means you somehow interacted with elves.
He rolled a 21, by the way.
He rolled 21? Lazarus, this time you got really fucking cocky. Like, you got big balls today. You just open that freaking door, and you just jump over the spears. You fucking step on them. You make a flurry out of it because you already know what's happening. You jam and break all the spears by jumping up, putting your feet down on 2, and grabbing the third one and bending it upwards. The trap is disabled with style.
I like you, thief. You're like an old friend of mine, except you don't lie to me. All right. What's in the room?
You see a lot of gold, except it doesn't look dusty.
Are there still gold bars, or is it different this time?
There's still a lot of gold bars, and it looks like the furnace is only starting to cool down.
I stack up the exact same amount of bars back into this pack. All 10 bars.
Yeah. The same amount.
And unlike last time, the room is actually lit up. But it looks like the torches are only beginning to... The torches are close to dying out.
Go look in this room, then.
I follow him.
All right. So you enter this room. You enter that room, and you find a dwarf fully alive on the ground. You see that he's crushed by the rubble, and he's given up. His face is on the ground, and he kind of just looks like he's...
I shove my axe under the rubble, and I start lifting. I go, you want to help? We're going to do a strength check. Try and get him out.
Go ahead, do a strength check.
Do you have any...
you can both do a strength check if you're going to do it.
Well, no. But how it works is I roll the strength check because I have the higher strength, and then he just adds his bonus to my roll. That's how it generally works.
All right. Trey, do you have any strength bonus?
I don't think so, no. No, I don't.
All right, Trey. 10, and he'll get half of that as a bonus.
Repeat that.
Roll a 1d10, half of that as a bonus. All right, you got it right.
That's what
So you get a +3 as a bonus.
So I rolled an 11 with his +3.
All right. When the dwarf...
Keep breaking up, man. All I heard was dwarf.
Freedom is close. The dwarf scurries out of the rubble, and the rubble, it collapses a little more, and it forces you guys out of the room, closes the door before the rubble reaches you guys. I am about to retrieve the dwarf's image in but a moment. By the 9, you have saved me. Who are you two? Tell me now.
My name is Silence. This is Lazarus. He's a friend of mine. We had a dream about you, and we thought we'd come in here and help you out. We didn't come in here to steal your gold. Just to help
A dream. An omen from the gods, this is. Either it's telling me to stop thieving, or telling me that I owe you a life debt.
No, you don't. It's all right. How about a few of these gold bars, which I already took? And that should be it. 10 of these gold bars should do it.
No,
That is
no,
a grand
laddie.
beard you got
That
there,
won't
buddy.
do it all.
Oh, shit.
You done saved my life. That is not worth a few gold bars. In my tradition, if you save a dwarf life, race, me no matters. We owe you life debt. That life debt cannot be paid a few meager bars. I am Ralvar, the Unchained.
I am silenced.
I will be a traveling man, so long as you see fit.
I am silenced the weight down by 10 gold bars. This here's Lazarus, the weight down by 5 gold bars.
You can only carry 10. Ha! I'll help you. Out of the way, out of the way. He easily carries the rest of the whole entire. He carries the rest of it. He carries all 2,000.
I want to see something strange happened in that dream.
Now,
Dwarven buddy, why don't you follow me? Something strange happened in the dream we had about you, and I want to test something. I come back over here. And,
all right.
And I throw a gold bar at Beltram.
Beltram, do you attempt to dodge that?
What is his armor class? Mighty deed, motherfucker.
Actually, you know, just roll for his armor
There's
class.
no point. That's gonna knock me out.
And if you miss, you're gonna hit either Lexington, Sovereign, or Rex.
Okay, I got a +5 from
my
I rolled a mighty deed, so it's gonna hit him right in the head. So I got a 5, and I gotta roll
AC is 12.
5, and hold on, yeah, my dexterity. It's a +1, so I roll a +6. Right at his head.
Oh,
I missed. Was his hammer class? He sees
All
a
right,
gold bar flying by him.
do I roll next?
Roll. I think they have to roll luck, Tyler. Tyler, I think they have to roll luck if you want to do it right. See if it hits one of the others.
Well,
If you want to go by the
unfortunately, this game I'm not going to do it right. You slam the gold bar into Rex's face, and he falls back onto his dogs.
Well, that didn't work. I turned to the dwarf. I turned to the dwarf. It didn't look like fun throwing gold bars at mages, and I hand him one.
Oh, that's the plan, is it? Damn wizard! I bet you're the one who caused the cave in. He chucks one at you, Beltram. What's your AC is 12?
Lexington starts to move out of the way.
Okay,
That one hit.
throws a gold bar at you. It does this much damage.
This is your late feat.
Are you still standing?
John? You don't understand, Beltram.
John, are you still
When we
standing?
threw these, I gave you these gold bars in the other dimension. It brought you back to life. So we're
John
trying to
gets
see
knocked over the head and passes out.
I'm dead.
Oh, that didn't work.
No, you passed out. It's meant for knocking you unconscious.
It's not meant to kill you, John.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
he's
not,
got a big chichon on his
not
head
a death. Unless it's a crit, you're gonna be fine. Listen, unless this is some sort of paladin that's level 30 or something that attempts to, non-lethally hit you with a 40-pound blade and snap your spine, you're fine.
Okay.
There's no way a 40-pound blade is not gonna break someone's spine. You're good. You get knocked out.
So I walk up to Beltram and wake him up and slap him awake, slap him fucking 5 or 6 times until he wakes up. Sorry, Beltram. We were trying to see if it would transform you back because when I threw these at you in the other dimension, when Lexington threw these at you in the other dimension, it woke you up. So we're trying to see if it does something else to you. Maybe it removes that avarice you got now. I'm sorry, buddy. And I pat him on his missing hand.
You notice that his missing hand, when you get pat on your missing hand, it doesn't hurt. And Silence, you notice that in his missing hand, his skin seems to be lined with gold, along with the rest of his bones. They seem to have a golden glint. John, increase your armor class by 2 naturally.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So by the way, Beltram, there's a lot of gold in that room. If you want, you can go get some and throw them at Lexington.
Bear in mind, the dwarf is carrying. The dwarf looks like he's a giant because he has such a massive pack worth of shit.
He's carrying.
Like he literally has 2,000 gold worth of shit. He's carrying everything.
You there? He walks up to the hand. There's gold in that room. I point at the room. Go get some.
Don't you understand? I've run. Jane, I've lost the girl.
Oh, don't worry about it.
My friend has been absorbed.
There's so much gold in there.
Will not be the second time you lost the girl.
Don't worry about it. As soon as you see how much gold is in that room, you're gonna forget that gold ever existed. Go ahead in there.
It's not just a girl. It's a child.
And what the
stolen by angels.
What the fuck just happened? You turned into Santa Claus. What the hell's going on here?
What the hell? Oh, bloody hell.
I see him as aged.
Bloody hell. Dude, he's the same fucking age. He's still old as shit. Look at that. What are you talking about? Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. The other dwarf comes over. We still talking to this crying rut? Come on now. I figured you got better things to do than talk to this rut.
That's fine.
His mind's broken. Look at him.
Oh, well. Everybody go get some gold. We'll wait for you right here, and then we need to get the hell out of here. Because I guess none of you like to lead. Lead.
Lexington starts heading outside. He heads towards the direction outside through here.
Lexington, right. There's gold in that room. You leave the gold?
I have people that can carry the gold.
The dwarf is cold. The dwarf is holding like 1,000 gold worth of items. Each human can carry 50%. 500. He's holding 1,000 worth.
Even Beltram? Beltram is super built.
Beltram, he can hold 6,000.
Lexington tries to go outside to order some people outside to get their gold.
All right, Lexington. You make your way outside, and as that's happening, Lexington, you see the Silence. The robotic figure walks up to you. I like your style. I like your Silence was the name?
Silence takes both his hands and puts him behind his back. Keeps him away from this guy. He makes sure not to touch him.
Well, my goodness. I figured your friend would have let out over there, but seems like he's tourniquets aren't his thing. Oh, and I am sorry, wizard man. Magician? Yes. My friendly magician. I really wanted that item, and I wanted to shake your hand. At the same time, I don't... He looks at his own hand, which... It turns into a shotgun and then turns back into a hand. It turns into 2 barrels and then back into a hand, within moments. I don't got too much control over this thing, see? So more often than not, I sometimes kill people that I like. I'm really glad you didn't die, though. I'm sorry for snatching that thing off your head, too. I just really like magic items. Is that all right, magician? You know...
I get far away. I get away from fireball distance. Start following Lexington. Silence is whispering.
You know what?
He whispers something to the dwarf and to the rogue. You guys may want to come with me. There's going to be a fireball here in a minute. Come on, go.
The dwarf leaves. The rogue wakes up and then he leaves with the dogs. The dogs all fucking leave.
Beltram just ignores them and leaves.
Still there. Wait. Friend. Hold up. He walks in front of you. I get it. I get it.
I grab Ham too and drag him with us.
he walks. You pretty much have to drag Ham.
Yeah, I drag him.
And Saul just kind of walks. He walks behind.
I walk around him.
He pretty much walks in front of you as you walk, so he's walking backwards as you're walking. Now, friend, calm down.
I keep trying to move around him.
He keeps, like, as you walk, he walks in front of you. Now, I realize that this item might be valuable to you. If there's no hard feelings, I'll just return it. No hard feelings. Is that okay? He pulls the hood out of his pack. Come on, no hard feelings. A hand can always be replaced, can it?
He just moves around him and keeps going.
Come on now. Well, that's a damn.
When Silence realizes
sell
that
this for
freaking Beltram is coming after them, he starts moving faster, like running. Let's go, people! He's gonna blow us all up. Goddamn Beltram gonna blow us all up. Go!
Lexington started from what he was originally walking to active running.
Literally everyone, you notice as you go down the hallway, when you turn the corner of Beltram, everyone is in a full sprint.
At least I don't have to worry about anyone killing me.
This is like a mad dash. Like, whoa, look at that. You really have an effect on them. Are you not a magician? So you must not play with cards. You must... should I call you Sorcerer Supreme? I'm feeling that's what I should be calling you. Sorcerer Supreme. So everyone pretty much leaves, and this guy
is like
joyfully
the only time in any game we've ever played with you that everyone has gotten out of the way, so you can actually do what it is you do.
Well, it's funny because I still haven't gotten any of my new spells, and I don't have Fireball, so it's not like I could do much. My last damage attack, I rolled a 20.
Oh my god! Well, thank you for talking about that. We're gonna have to remedy that. John. We're gonna have to get you
Fireball. What the fuck?
Don't worry, John.
The last time I attacked this guy,
I honestly thought I gave them.
It just singed his scarf.
You did 1d6 damage. 1d6 damage his ass, John.
I didn't have my spells done either.
All right, John. I thought I gave you Fireball as a fucking patron spell. So let's just naturally assume you have Fireball, John. Go ahead, put Fireball on there, because I meant to give it to you as a patron spell. I forgot to do that. Go ahead, add Fireball.
They've been really slick in my campaign and not adding the Mercurial.
I tell you my Mercurials every time. Even when it's a disadvantage to me.
Even for the new spells?
Yes. I haven't used any of the new ones. and B-Hab pretty much kills people whenever he casts a spell.
Make sure you roll materials.
Yeah, John, just go ahead and roll a 1d100. I'll tell you your mercurial. Roll a 1d100 right now.
Everyone freaking ran out.
Another reason why I don't use some of my spells.
100. Oh my god. Roll a 4d20.
Did you say 4d20s?
Yes, sir. 4d20. You rolled 100. That means you get 2 mercurials.
Lovely.
So you're rolling this 4d20 twice. Roll it once and then roll it again. It's a 4d20, John. 4d20. 4. Quattro.
Well, I got a 17,
Amigo.
a 13.
Just roll it again, John. Just roll the 4d20 all in one go, John.
All
You
right.
can just do it. Here we go. That's your first one. Roll the second one.
Another 4d20.
Yes, sir. That's fucking hilarious. You become ravenous for your first one. You become very hungry. You lose 2 personality until you eat.
So he becomes angry. Got it.
Yeah, you become fucking
You
hungry.
become angry
And then
and
26. The spell is always associated with the unusual sounds. So just write down weird sounds happen with the spell.
Damn it.
Holy crap.
Could you do me a favor? Can you just tell me? So these are all the mercurial numbers? Or
Don't worry about the numbers. The numbers is, the mercurial number 1 is 40 and number 2 is 26. But I'm not going to be using any of the ones they're offering. I'm using my own unusual sounds.
that's fine.
All right, so go ahead, John. Are you going to fucking roll Fireball or what?
What page is it on?
Fuck if I know, John. Dude, that's like your thing.
All right, fine.
I'm not a wizard. Just a fucking DM.
He just keeps walking.
It's Scorching Ray, right? This is
My
Scorching.
character just keeps walking.
All right. Well, you feel this godly energy infuse into you, John, as you now have the ability to use Fireball, and you raise your hand, kind of like just to look at your hand. You see a flame. You see a flame activate in your hand, and then out of nowhere, you hear a very loud, very mature woman moaning as if in pleasure every time you activate the flame.
Oh god, what the
You hear like you hear like sexual sounds.
He closes his hand to shut off the flame and just walks even faster.
Dreadnought's behind you. He's like, "What the hell was that? Is there someone fucking around here?" And Dreadnought stays behind and looks around. What the hell was that?
He moves even faster.
All right. So as you all make it through the tomb, outside, you meet again with the rest of the. You meet again with the group, the soldiers that are waiting outside for you. Now I gotta ask: do you guys go to the slaver camp first, or do you return back to your original camp?
Lex did head into the original camp.
All right. And everybody else?
Original camp.
All right.
Silence has no idea what the fuck these
So
people
everyone-
are or what the fuck is going on. So someone has to explain this to him.
You followed? Does anyone explain it to him? Because you bear in mind, this is just some lizard that just joined you.
We're going to our original campsite.
And who are you and what is this original campsite and what the hell's going on?
I'm Lexington.
I don't know shit, I know that
Lexington
much.
Ashwell.
What is it you do? What's going on here?
We are in the march to a forbidden city that's filled with gold.
That sounds about right. Question, could you use my axe? Shows the axe.
Yes. How much are you willing to be hired for?
I don't want no hiring. I want a part of the proceeds. I want the money I can carry from the treasure.
By all means.
Also, any
As
harpies?
much as you could carry.
Also, any harpies in the camp?
No.
You don't notice any harpies, by the way. There's none in the camp. I'm sorry. I thought that was a question for me.
We need more harpies in the camp. Harpies are nice women. He starts walking around the camp looking for harpies.
Harpies.
All right. So as you look around, let's see. I'm looking for the right image here. Here we go. So as you look around, you eventually run into this guy right here. This is right as you arrive at the camp. This guy runs up to you. My goodness! Lexington! We've been robbed
Yes?
blind! All of the gold! Our treasury! Robbed! The bard and his whore, they're gone! Every last one of them! Every last coin! Every last coin! Both the ravens and...
Well, in that case, we're going
I
to
only
need to double
took 3
our
gold.
efforts then. There is gold in a tomb nearby.
3
I
gold.
want every man to dig up every gold from that tomb.
Oh, all right. That sounds like a great plan. So the soldiers they gather a search party and they gather a party and they move over to they go over to the tomb to try to raid and desecrate it and take as much gold as they can.
Try to show them the direction of where the gold is.
Be careful they don't run into those paladins down there.
They're able to.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that when you did leave the tomb, you noticed that the whole entire tomb was empty. There were no paladins. They left.
That's a good thing.
So, for the few hours that these guys are inside raiding the tomb, the soldiers, what do you all do? Starting with Lexington, what do you do on your downtime?
I expect
Does anyone do anything
if they missed any of the gold in the tomb.
So you join them on their search party? Okay, you're out of this.
Pretty much.
Silence. Now that the leader of the fucking camp has left you alone in the camp, what do you do?
I find
Oh, and
the
let's not
nicest,
forget that.
biggest tent.
Besides
in the
looking
camp.
for harpies.
The most expensive looking, prettiest, biggest tent in the place. And me and the dwarf take it over. We just chill there. And start drinking.
You go into Lexington's tent, and you take it from his exclusive stores of drinks. Oh, I figured this would be the place.
Yep, buddy. Yep, little buddy. We're gonna
It's
have
good.
some fun here. This is a nice little tent. This reminds me of the mayor's house back in Grindex. We took it over. We had a lot of fun there. We should stay.
Back in Grindex.
Oh yeah, well,
You're in Grindex, friend.
Oh, this is a different part of Grindex. This is not quite as grimdark as the other part.
I know what's happened to you.
There's no kindling of
Mages
flames
were
here,
messing with you.
and evil plants. And,
You take a look at this eye. I'm no stranger to wizards, and I lost this eye fighting an archmage. They're vicious ones. Isn't that good against a dwarf? We got a natural resistance here, you see. And those elves that follow, they creep me out. I don't like Fae.
well, who does? They're smug bastards. And he swings down and keeps drinking all Lexington's liquor. He's looking for the most expensive old stuff in here, and that's what he's drinking.
You know, you notice, because I don't think Lexington drinks at all. You notice that none of it's actually touched, so none of it's used.
Look at all this dusty shit. He's got stuff here from hundreds of years ago. And I get the two most expensive bottles, and I share them with the dwarf.
I remember this year. Oh, it was a good year. A very somber one. Bronze Eye army faced a chimera controlled by a demon. See, chimeras are only reside within their natural habitat, within the Forsaken Lands. But this demon twisted its mind and brought it here.
Well,
it was a hearty fight.
I fought a psychic hydra once.
You fought a
It was psychic hydra.
psychic hydra?
It wasn't just a normal hydra. We threw a warthog at it and blew him up. It was wonderful. I loved it.
You did that, did you?
Yep, we put a bunch of bombs around this lycanthrope wereboar, and we threw him at it. It was great. He blew up.
Oh, well, the person I threw a goblin with explosives once, but he didn't grow back.
Well, I don't think goblins grow back, man. I think you just killed that poor goblin. That wereboar came right back. He was a little ornery when he came back, but he was okay.
I figured those weird magical beings, they ought to do better just to stay dead. If you catch my drift.
Well, I'm with you. We should kill all mages too. They're obnoxious bastards. I mean, seriously, who
You
gets
come to
10
the right
gold bars thrown inside of their body and still lives? Amazing.
Oh, you did what?
Friend,
Sounds like you've been encountering some weird magic.
My friend Lexington threw 10 gold bars inside of that guy. It was terrible. He's still alive. Amazing.
I'd figure he'd be the type. Seems like he likes to make people suffer.
Yep.
If I were to do a hunch, I bet his exclusive method of killing is a head wipe. A good head chop. That's what I'll bet if I could make it.
I'm a little tired. Silence walks over to a corner and takes a piss. Inside the tent.
the dwarf takes some of the really nice cloth and wipes his mouth with it, like some of the nice shirts.
Oh boy.
Well, let me tell you, Silence, you've come to the right country if you don't like wizards. This party's a real rare one. Most magicians are enslaved at the moment. Emperor does not like wizards, witches, and all the like. Every single last one of them has been slaved within the last few years. Of course, except the military personnel. They still retain their honor and rank. But every other one, they now do jobs for society that mere men can't do. And now they're controlled.
That's interesting.
This is your first time in Tyrannos.
Very much so.
I'll be right back. I gotta go check on something.
Very much so. It's my first time at Tyrannos.
Oh, you're gonna like it here. The Emperor, he really likes warriors. He loves traders, and he hates magic. Everything unnatural in the lake.
And we can have our friend Felnox do all the talking for us. He very clearly is a conservative magic user. He doesn't like to use magic. It's kind of like a repentant.
You figure he's part of the military that... It's a wee bit too early to judge, but you never know. I got the feeling that something's off with him, but you never know.
I just met him and he reminds me of a
John,
fella.
Yeah?
So, John, it is within your time period. What do you do within your time as the parties, another party searches the tomb for all the remaining loot? Also, Jonathan, roll for luck, and John, you're muted. Also, roll for dexterity.
What was it that...
Hi, your phone.
Okay, I just rolled for luck.
All right. And I think I got a feeling what you're sending me, Uncle. I'm on airplane mode, though. All right, John?
Yeah?
So what do you do? So, John, what do you do in this time?
What was the agility roll for?
It's not for you.
No.
It's for Lexington. Lexington has to roll agility roll.
Oh,
Although if you need to do agility, it's literally a perfect 20 wasted. We're about to wrap this up, gentlemen, so I gotta... What do you do?
So,
John?
really cool. What was it that Savron told Beltram when he thought he was turning into a demon?
He said that you seemed more human.
Did he say anything about what the avarice is?
No.
I asked Savron if he knows anything, if there's anything else he could tell me about it.
All right. So
I think I rolled a 4 for the
okay, so for what happens, let's see, you rolled a 4 for agility?
Yeah.
14 for luck? All right, so as you're managing so for Lexington, as you're managing the procurement of the loot, 3 people die falling down the 2-story drop, and you lose 500 gold's worth of stuff because of your bad management. But because of your luck, you're able to save half of that. So instead of just 500, it's 725 that you're able to save.
All right.
So that's how that goes. Go ahead, add that to your cash. And remember the rest of your money, like separate it from your original gold, because your original gold just got fucking robbed. And as for you, John, I think we'll start again next session. You can ask that question next session.
Okay.
Yep. We'll call this a game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the void.
Good fun. It sucks that your mic is working better now than it was the entire adventure.
Wow, it's depressing.
What XP, man?
All right, so silence, and everyone gets 4 XP from the surviving the void, from avoiding the void trap. You avoid Silence and Lazarus. You both survived a trap twice. You both get 3 XP from both encounters.
3 XP each, or 3 XP for both?
On top, Lexington and Lazarus and Silence, you get 3 XP additional for evading the trap.
Okay.
Hope you like the new dwarf. Dwarves are a lot of fun to play.